morning, students. Today we are going to study about balance of payment account. In our previous classes we have studied about foreign exchange rate, the relationship between foreign exchange rate and its supply and its demand. Today we are going to touch a topic, the name is balance of payment account. What is the meaning of this balance of payment? Balance of payment is a systematic record of all the transactions between the reporting country with the rest of the world. Reporting country का मतलब हम जिस कंट्री की बात कर रहे हैं, जिस भी कंट्री के बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट की बात कर रहे हैं, वो हो जाएगी हमारी रिपोर्टिंग कंट्री. तो रिपोर्टिंग कंट्री विद द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. जो भी लेन देन है, इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल द थिंग्स लाइक इंपोर्ट्स ऑफ गुड्स, एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स, इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज, the transactions in unilateral transfers, investment, borrowings, etc. This balance of payment account is having two accounts, mainly two accounts, current account and capital account. This current account records all the activities which are the result of export and import of goods and services and unilateral transfers received and paid to abroad. So it includes all the activities which are the result of export and import of number one, goods and services. In current account includes the activities which are related to export and import of goods and services. Second is transaction in unilateral transfers. Transactions in unilateral transfers. Then we are having capital account. What does this capital account mean? The capital account records all the activities which affect the assets and liabilities of individuals and government with the rest of the world. So, what does this capital account record? Records all the activities which result in change in assets and liabilities of individuals and government with the rest of the world. So this capital account is having three sub accounts. One is short term, private, investment account. Short run, official, investment account. And the last one is long run, private and official investment account. So basically there are two types of accounts, current account and capital account. Current account includes all the activities in the current year which are related to export and import of goods and services and unilateral transfers received and paid to rest of the world. Whereas capital account records all the activities which affect assets and liabilities of individual and government with the rest of the world in short run and in long run. That is clear? So capital account जब भी बोलेंगे assets and liabilities. आपने इन्वेस्ट किया किसी कंट्री में, आपके assets, आपने उधार ले लिया, आपकी liabilities चेंज हो रही हैं. और जब भी हम गुड्स का आदान इंपोर्ट एंड एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे, that is current account, item of current account. I think this is very clear. Or we can also explain balance of payment account in another manner, like it is having 5 accounts. These 5 accounts are goods and services account, unilateral transfer account, short-term private investment account, long-term and short-term official investment account, and long-term private and official investment account. So this is the structure of balance of payment account in India. Now on to some other things. Kindly note, if you want to note, one is current account, capital account, then balance of payment. These are the sub-accounts, goods and services, current account, unilateral transfer, again current account, because we are recording in a current year. Then short-term private investment account, short-term official investment account, and long-term private and official investment account. You know one thing, there is private investment account. In this account, we record all the activities which affect the assets and liabilities of individuals with the rest of them. In short term, if this is short term, short. What is long-term private and official investment account? Which affect the assets and liabilities of individuals or officials in long run. That is very clear. कि short run वाला जो private investment account है, वो individuals की assets and liabilities को affect कर रहा है. जो short run official investment account है, it is affecting the assets and liabilities of government in short run. Long run का मतलब long run में. As you know, investment is of 4 types now according to this account. One is private account, which affect the assets and liabilities of individuals with the rest of the world. Then official investment, which affect the assets and liabilities of government in short run or long run. Then 2 more account. One is direct investment, the investment which gives the investor the ownership along with the control. And what is portfolio investment? The investment which gives the ownership right but no control over the property. That is clear. So we can explain this capital account. The items of capital account may be private investment, official investment, direct investment, and portfolio investment. If the question comes, mention any 4 items of capital account, I think now you are able to give the answer clearly. If the question comes, mention any 2 items of current account, you can write the export and import of shoes, export of sugar, import of oil, anything you can write. I think the picture is very much clear. Now come to the difference between current account and capital account. Yes. मैं इसको जरा रब कर देता हूँ. Now what I have mentioned here, current account, it includes export and imports of goods and services and transactions in unilateral transfers. Capital account, all the items which affects assets and liabilities of individual and official, both in short run and long run. Now, current account, second point, this is the first one. Second point, I will write like this. When imports are more than exports, the current account is in deficit. When imports are more than exports, when the value of imports of goods and services is more than the value of exports of goods and services, what happens? There is current account deficit. There is current account deficit. You must have heard this term. If you read newspaper regularly, you will find this term, current account deficit, CAD. It was 1.7% earlier this year. तो करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट का मतलब है कि आपके इंपोर्ट्स बिल बहुत ज्यादा हैं लेकिन एक्सपोर्ट बिल्स आपके कम हैं. इट मींस you have to pay more foreign exchange to foreign nations. Am I right? Clear? Current account deficit takes place. And this capital account, अब आपका तो current account deficit है, हाथ से सामान मंगा लिया, अब उनको हमें पे करना है, क्या करेंगे हम? We will go for borrowing. और borrowing क्या करेंगे? Borrowing को include कर रहे हैं. तो borrowing is item of capital account. Why borrowing is considered as an item of capital account? The reason, it affects the liabilities of nation. Am I right? If individuals are borrowing, it is affecting the liabilities liabilities of an individual. If borrowings are taking place by government, it is affecting the liabilities of government. So borrowing is a liability. So why we are resorting to borrowing? हम borrow क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि हमें यहाँ जो हमारा करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट है, जो हमें पैसा उधार देना है, उसके लिए हमें borrow करना पड़ेगा. What is the conclusion? This capital account sometimes is operated to bring the balance in the balance of payment account. So if any deficit occur in the current account, it may be financed through capital account to bring balance in BOP. BOP refers to what? Balance of payment. I think now it is pretty clear that current account may be in deficit, may be in surplus, may be in balance. When current account is in deficit, what we can do? We can borrow from other nation, and it will be entered over the capital account, and capital account is operated to bring balance in balance of payment account. Suppose आपका ये deficit में ना होता, आपके exports ज़्यादा होते और imports कम होते, तो हम बोलते हैं the situation of surplus. आपका current account surplus में है, तो आप उधार दे सकते थे. जो आप borrow कर रहे हैं, आप lending कर सकते थे. lending करते तो आपके assets में चेंज आता, और assets में चेंज आता, again capital account उसको settle कर देता. तो यहाँ सारे हमारे assets and liabilities, और यहाँ पर हमारा export import of goods and services and unilateral transfers. So I think you are able to write the answer about current account and capital account. Like it includes goods and services, it includes assets and liabilities. Whatever example you want to give, you can give. Now the second thing is, apart from this, I think this current account, capital account is clear. Now come to balance of trade, BOT. The full form is balance of trade or balance of visibles. Can you explain what is balance of visible or balance of trade? Balance of trade or balance of visibles is the difference between value of exports and imports of goods only. जब भी हम केवल गुड्स कि हमने कितना गुड्स को एक्सपोर्ट किया है और कितने हमने गुड्स को इंपोर्ट किया है, उसके डिफरेंस, उसकी वैल्यू का डिफरेंस लेंगे, इट विल बी termed as the balance of trade or balance of visibles, because the goods are visible. Balance of invisibles. Balance of invisible means जिसको हम आंखों से ना देख पाए, like services. So हम क्या करेंगे? हम करेंगे इसके अंदर सबसे पहले exports of services minus import of services. What do you have to take? We have to take value of export of services minus value of import of services plus unilateral transfers received minus unilateral transfers paid to payroll. If you take the difference what would be what we would be getting? We would be getting balance of invisibles. It is the sum of differences of value of export and import of services and unitary transfers received and paid to rest of the world. इन दोनों के differences को अगर हम ऐड कर देंगे तो हमको मिलेगा balance of invisibles. So हमने दो चीजें कर ली, एक किया हमने balance of trade, एक हमने किया balance of invisibles, and we know the other name for balance of trade is balance of visibles. Now the question may come like this: differentiate between BOT and POP. You have to give the difference between BOT and BOT. How can we give? Think. Balance of trade is the difference between value of exports and imports of goods. Balance of payment is a systematic record of all the transactions between the reporting country with the rest of the world. Balance of trade includes only visible items. Balance of payment includes visible, invisible, assets and liabilities, all the items. Balance of trade is a narrower concept, whereas balance of payment is a wider concept. Balance of trade is a part of current account, whereas balance of payment includes current account as well as capital account. So we are having four differences between balance of trade and balance of payment account. It's clear? So the first is definition, second one is the nature, visible items, visible, invisible, assets, all the items, narrow concept, wider concept, is a part of current account, so it includes current account as well as capital account. Now something more. If I ask you, import of machinery is included in current account or capital account? अगर मशीनरी को हम इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं तो करंट अकाउंट में आएगी या कैपिटल अकाउंट में? इट विल बी इंक्लूडेड इन करंट अकाउंट, बिकॉज जो भी इंपोर्ट है हमारा एक्सपोर्ट है वो सब करंट अकाउंट में आना है. अब आप बोलेंगे कि मशीनरी को इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं तो हमारे एसेट्स पे फर्क पड़ेगा. देखिए, जो एसेट्स पे फर्क पड़ेगा वो तब है कि अगर हम बाहर जाकर इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. अगर हम बाहर कोई मशीनरी लेते हैं, बाहर ही हम प्लांट अपना सेटअप करते हैं, तो जो फॉरेन कंट्रीज में हमारा एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज को अफेक्ट हो रहा है उसको हम इंक्लूड करते हैं कैपिटल अकाउंट में. दिस इज वेरी मच क्लियर नाउ. और बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अब है हमारे पास autonomous items of balance of payment and the accommodating items of balance of payments. The autonomous items are those items which are included in BOP due to some economic activity. कोई भी economic activity आपने की, कोई भी economic activity आपने प्रॉफिट अर्न करना है, कुछ करना है, तो जो भी आप economic activity करेंगे उसको हम बोलेंगे बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट की autonomous items. Autonomous items are also known as above the line item. These are also known as above the line items. Now, what is about accommodating items? These items are the items which are included in BOP due to some other activity. Some other activity मतलब अब हम इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं उसका, मालूम है इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी है, लेकिन जब इंपोर्ट करेंगे तो बाहर पैसा ज्यादा देना पड़ेगा, एक्सपोर्ट्स उतने हो नहीं रहे हैं, तो हम क्या करेंगे? We will resort to borrowings. अब borrowings हमें करनी पड़ रही है, हमारा मन नहीं था बट हमें करनी पड़ रही है, तो borrowings को कहाँ रखेंगे? accommodating item में, हमें करनी पड़ रही है। इन्वेस्टमेंट हम करना चाहते हैं तो आ जाएगा ऑटोनोमस आइटम में, इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी है, बट बोरोइंग तो हमें जबरदस्ती करनी पड़ रही है, अकोमोडेट करना पड़ रहा है, इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं अकोमोडेटिंग आइटम्स। बोरोइंग के बाद हम बोलेंगे these are also known as this accommodating items are known as below the line items. These are known as below the line items. These are the two major differences between autonomous items and accommodating items. Now, जो भी आपका बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट में होता है या सरप्लस में होता है, वो किसकी वजह से होता है? ऑटोनोमस आइटम्स की वजह से। मान लो आपका अकाउंट डेफिसिट में है, सरप्लस में, आप क्या करेंगे? आप उधार लेंगे, तो ऑटोनोमस आइटम्स में जो भी गड़बड़ होगी, जो भी इम्बैलेंस होगा, ये आपका बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट बैलेंस में लाया जाएगा थ्रू accommodating आइटम्स। नोट डाउन। Now the last question, one more important question which I would like to ask. The question is about this flexible exchange rate regime automatically brings balance of payment in equilibrium. This flexible exchange rate regime में थोड़ा सा अलग सा क्वेश्चन है कि मान लो फ्लेक्सिबल एक्सचेंज रेट चल रही है, this is the demand curve of foreign exchange, this is the supply curve of foreign exchange. Foreign exchange rate is determined here and this is the quantity supplied and quantity demanded, equilibrium quantity. Suppose आपके imports बढ़ गए, जब आपके imports बढ़ेंगे तो क्या होगा? Imports का मतलब है अब आपको डिमांड करनी पड़ेगी foreign exchange की ज़्यादा, तो demand for foreign exchange will also increase. जब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज की डिमांड ज्यादा हो जाएगी तो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट बढ़ जाएगा, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट विल इंक्रीज। अब मैंने आपको पढ़ाया था जब भी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट इंक्रीज होगी तो डोमेस्टिक करेंसी की वैल्यू क्या होगी? कम हो जाएगी, यानी फॉरेन गुड्स आपके लिए क्या हो गए? कॉस्टलियर हो गए, हमारे जो गुड्स हैं वो फॉरेनर्स के लिए चीपर हो गए। तो इसका इफेक्ट क्या होगा? ये जो हुआ है इसका इफेक्ट होगा आपके एक्सपोर्ट्स बढ़ जाएंगे, आपके इंपोर्ट्स कम हो जाएंगे। समझिए ना, जब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट बढ़ेगी तो डोमेस्टिक करेंसी की वैल्यू कम होगी, आपका माल सस्ता हो जाएगा फॉरेनर्स के लिए और एक्सपोर्ट्स विल इंक्रीज। बट व्हेन द वैल्यू ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज यानी द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट इंक्रीजेस, फॉरेन गुड्स विल बिकम कॉस्टलियर एंड इंपोर्ट्स विल फॉल। जब ऐसी सिचुएशन हो जाएगी फिर क्या होगा? हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स बढ़ेंगे, इंपोर्ट्स कम हो जाएंगे, हमारे पास दोबारा से फॉरेन एक्सचेंज आ जाएगी कंट्री में और हमारा बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट बिल्कुल किसमें आ जाएगा? इक्विलिब्रियम में। गॉट इट? तो व्हाट इज ऑल दिस? दिस फ्लेक्सिबल एक्सचेंज रेट regime automatically corrects balance of payment equilibrium. मैं मेंशन कर देता हूं, फ्लेक्सिबल एक्सचेंज रेट regime automatically corrects BOP this equilibrium. डाउट्स? रिवाइज कर लेते हैं एक बार. हमने पढ़ा है बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट की डेफिनेशन, देन करंट अकाउंट के बारे में, कैपिटल अकाउंट के बारे में, द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन द करंट अकाउंट एंड द कैपिटल अकाउंट, द सब अकाउंट्स ऑफ करंट अकाउंट एंड कैपिटल अकाउंट, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज अकाउंट, यूनिलैटरल ट्रांसफर अकाउंट, शॉर्ट टर्म प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट अकाउंट, short term official investment account, long term private and official investment account, and we have studied about the difference between BOT and BOP, current account and capital account, and all this. So I hope this is quite comprehensible for you. आपको समझ आया होगा ये. Thank you very much.